Welcome to BDSM. It's Don Divine. Y'all are familiar with me and my sexy co-host, Evie. And we're talking about BDSM. I won't be able to bring them as fast and as much as she will. But that's what this shit is all about. A dominant man or woman can sit on his ass and get served. A dominant can sit on their ass and get pleased and served. BDSM is very sophisticated. It's very sophisticated and drives both sexes wild. Women are very passionate about it too. They'll dive all into this stuff for a dominant motherfucker or the one who is considered the dominant or the master. This is your intro, your introduction to BDSM. Everybody knows about it from the surface. Whips, chains, ropes, handcuffs, whip benches, cages, leather, slave positions. If this is you, knowing it from the surface, then you're a layman. And I'm here to guide you on this BDSM tour. It's about exploring our dark sides because in our culture, which is American culture, Western culture, everyone is created equal. Everyone is created equal. American culture, the Western world. That's the very first amendment. Everyone is created equal. Everyone is equal. That's the very first amendment. Everyone is created equal. Everyone is equal. This is another BDSM secret. It's about exploring our dark sides. It's another secret and technique. BDSM, when it's well done, is a motherfucker. They really and truly have their submissive's mind controlled like some kind of pets. And this is a sight to see. But you have to know what you are doing is the first rule when it comes to this aspect. They have their subs mind controlled like some kind of pet or something. And this is a sight to see. But you have to know what you are doing. This is the first rule when it comes to this aspect. There was more of a BDSM culture, and that's what I'm trying to bring back. It's a rock stars like myself's way of life. Oh my God, and it's so liberating. And we don't see it any other way. I'm going to introduce you to concepts like sadism and masochism, master and slave. BDSM is a motherfucker. Women, they're down. Women, they are down. It just have to be the right motherfucker. You have to like intrigue them as a master or as a dominant or as a top. They have to like your skills. They have to like your skills. The dominatrix. I'm going to familiarize you with her. Dominance is her middle name once she lures them in. This is the introduction to BDSM, bondage, discipline, sadism, and masochism. That's what the BDSM represents. It's about power and control. It's about power and influence. The dominant becomes a drug to the woman or to the man. The dominant one or the master becomes a drug. Work on exploring your dark side. You guys are too soft. You have to understand her dark side. This is called topping from the bottom. We'll talk about what a top is and what a bottom is. The finer points of BDSM. Very intriguing concepts in BDSM. It's a mystical experience. But you have to know what you are doing. It has to be a safe experience as well. Because BDSM is very dangerous. You can play with fire, knives, and other dangerous objects. Don't misuse your submissive or slave and get carried away. It's a thrill from letting you tie them up. It's a thrill from letting you have that mental or emotional control over them. How and why a submissive even enjoys this. How a slave even enjoys this. If they didn't enjoy it, they wouldn't be doing it. It takes place in dungeons to reinforce the master-slave dynamic. That's another rule that will make or break you in this world. You have to know how to reinforce the structure or the dynamic. You don't want to appear soft in any sort of way or overly sensitive and weak. It's about power and control. It's about power and control. The battle of the sexes culture is what makes it even more interesting. Dominance and submission has to become more interesting. Pain and pleasure has to become more interesting. Even an obsession. Welcome